every bank. I don't know if Ecobank National Incorporated has become Super Eagles of Nigeria, but I can pick up those songs. I was coming from the Supporters Club, Abby. Mr. President, the DG officers of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for the second special day at the 2024 Lagos International Trade Fair, we are hosting Ecobank Transnational Incorporated. And Ecobank Transnational Incorporated, I know they speak English and French, Abby. I know they speak English and French. And I know that they are very much involved with AFTA. But it looks like it's SMEs that is the focus today. But now notwithstanding, shall we rise for the first stanza of the Nigerian National Anthem as I welcome the Chairman of the Trade Promotion Board. Please be seated. We also welcome the Deputy President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Engineer Kukpolui, Engineer Kukpolui. Of course, another member of the Trade Promotion Board. But when I get to that bridge, I'll cross it. Mr. President, sir, we have with us the top echelon of Ecobank Transnational Incorporated, led by Mrs. Omoboye Odu, who is head SMEs, Partnerships and Collaborations. Please put your hands together for her. It's an almost all-female team leading Ecobank. We also have here Mrs. Mare, Group Head Sales. We have here also Mrs. Oyeronke Ibidapo-Obe, who is Head Agency Banking and Direct Sales. We have Ms. Zainab Bede of SMEs, CSR and Training Department. The only man in their midst of Kolamo is Soton Tuku Ebina, who is from the SME Partnerships and Collaborations Department. And we have Ms. Victoria Frank, who is the Sales Manager for Lagos. At the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the organizers of the Lagos International Trade Fair, we pride ourselves with being the giants of Africa, not only in name, not only in status, but even in the membership. And our membership is led by the President, the person of Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, FCA. It's ably supported by Engineer Leye Kukpolui, who is the Deputy President, SCCI. Of course, we have the man who is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that this special event holds, and of course the trade fair goes on seamlessly, on his responsibility for ensuring the smooth sail of the chamber, the Director General, Dr. Chinyere Alumna, who is FCA, DG. Please let the applause be louder now. And you got all the women seated somewhere during the week in Abuja. You are asking them that they should support you because you want to promote them in the Constitution. Now you cannot clap for them. Clap for the women. Thank you very much. May I now respectfully invite the President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, FCA, to formally welcome our guest from Ecobank. Mr. President, sir. If you like, don't clap for us. We are not bothered.
The Managing Director, CEO of Ecobank, Mr. Bolaji Lawal, ably represented by Mrs. Omo Boye Odu, top of the executives of Ecobank who are here this morning, the Deputy President of LCCI, Engineer Leye Kopoluyi, Vice Presidents, Director General, and other officers of LCCI, ladies and gentlemen. Before I formally welcome Ecobank, let me acknowledge the very unique nature of that institution. Ecobank is an institution that was inspired by the need to create a Pan-African platform in the financial services industry, for anybody who knows the history of Ecobank. And LCCI is proud to be one of the founding shareholders of Ecobank. And it was for a specific purpose of what is now emerging as AFCFTA, intra-Africa trade, and everything around that. That is the DNA of Ecobank. And originally it was supposed to be for West Africa. That's why you have the ECOWAS behind the Ecobank. But today, Ecobank is a Pan-African bank operating in 32 countries and 33 countries and counting. Please, we need to give a hand to Ecobank. It is a uniquely African institution that has gone worldwide outside Africa. I think it's very important for us as Nigerians and Africans to be very proud of that institution. It was inspired by our identified as a need, and it has grown from an idea to a well-respected international institution. It's my immense pleasure to welcome you, Ecobank, on behalf of the Council, Trade Promotion Board, and the membership of LCCI. Let me appreciate the long-standing relationship between LCCI and Ecobank, which I just mentioned. And your participation in LITF is a testament to that robust relationship that started as early as the creation of the institution. The generic theme of the fair, connecting businesses, creating value, provides an opportunity for a robust engagement of like minds like Ecobank and LCCI. This theme is especially pertinent today as we navigate a time, sector, digital transformation, and inter-industry partnerships play pivotal roles in fostering economic resilience, growth, and prosperity. Nigeria's banking sector has experienced significant transformation and resilience over the past year in this period of very, very rapid transformation of policies. Amid economic headwinds, including exchange rate volatility, rising inflation, and global supply chain disruptions, the sector has shown substantial performance, demonstrating both adaptability and growth potential. According to the Central Bank of Nigeria, the total assets of the banking industry in Nigeria has risen by approximately 12% from the previous year. Our banks have also consistently reported huge profits in recent years despite the challenges that we face. These achievements have been largely driven by increased digitalization, targeted lending, a robust regulatory framework that has strengthened investor confidence and operational transparency within the sector. The sector's improved performance can be attributed to the proactive approach of Nigerian banks in expanding financial inclusion, with more than 60% of Nigeria's adult population now within the formal banking sector. Nigeria is witnessing a narrowing of the finance and improve efficiency. As a frontrunner and improve efficiency. As a frontrunner in this digital transformation, Ecobank has played a critical role in empowering businesses and individuals alike and promoting a more inclusive financial ecosystem that aligns with Nigeria's economic aspirations. In fact, it is no surprise that Ecobank is leading the financial integration of the continent, so that through Ecobank we know that you can easily move monies across all 33 countries. And there is no other bank that has that kind of footprint in Africa. And there is no other bank that has that kind of footprint in Africa. Yeah. So in the face of our travels as an economy, we have identified the need for more support for food production, huge investments in infrastructure to support the real economy, and a conducive regulatory and policy environment that drives profitability, job creation, and more revenue generated to government. We call on banks to consider special intervention funds and special rates towards financing key sectors of the economy, particularly agriculture and infrastructure. Agriculture, being a mainstay of Nigeria's economy, accounts for about 23% of Nigeria's GDP and employs about 70% of the rural population. As we look forward to banks fostering more value-driven connections within the Nigerian economy, allow me to share a few recommendations that we believe will enhance the role of Ecobank and the banking sector in driving sustainable growth. While digital bank platforms have expanded access to banking services, a significant portion of Nigeria's population lacks digital literacy, especially in rural areas. Ecobank may consider to continue to invest in educational programs and partnerships with local educators, ensuring that all Nigerians can confidently and safely engage with digital financial tools. To foster the growth of small businesses, Ecobank can plan to increase funding for microcredit programs. The Chamber recommends that the government and other financial institutions collaborate in driving microcredit to reduce poverty, create jobs, and support entrepreneurship. To address the infrastructure deficit, Ecobank could continue to pursue collaborative projects with government entities in housing, energy, and transportation. These partnerships can accelerate economic development, enhance urban-rural linkages, improve the ease of doing business, and in fact, increase the customer base potential for Ecobank and other banks. The banking sector drives economic activities and financial transactions. So we call on banks, including Ecobank, to adopt sustainable business practices. We urge banks to adopt green practices and continue to innovate in this area, exploring solutions such as impact investments, green bonds, renewable energy financing, and environment-friendly banking operations. The role of banking is indispensable in connecting businesses and creating values, the purpose that is underscored by the theme of the Lagos International Trade Fair. As we navigate the complexities of an evolving economy, we see the commitment of Ecobank to driving innovation, financial inclusion, and sustainable growth. We call on banks to create a future where all Nigerians have access to the resources they need to prosper, and where businesses, regardless of their size, can thrive. Let us continue to connect, create value, and build a prosperous future together, both for the banks and for their customers. The financial intermediation role of banks has come under some threats considering the recent hikes in the monetary policy rate to 27.25%, the cash reserve ratio as high as 50% for deposit money banks and merchant banks to 16%, and liquidity ratio at 30%. Many businesses cannot afford the high cost of borrowing. So the banks too are constrained from having access to credit to offer further loans to businesses. And the government is aggressively mopping up credits from circulation by offering higher yields on government bonds, treasury bills, and other financial instruments. Crowding out funding away from the private sector will constrain the economy's productive capacity, and we may struggle to meet our growth projections for 2024. While we support the continuation of the banking reforms, we call on the central bank to do more towards stabilizing the Naira's exchange rate, to curb the spiraling inflation, and create more clarity in the direction of monetary policy, and consider special intervention funding for critical productive areas of the economy, like food processing, export financing, power sector investment, and import waivers. I thank the board and management of Ecobank for approving the bank's participation in the 2024 Lagos International Trade Fair. Together, we are pursuing the frontier of trade and commerce for shared prosperity, not only for our nation, Nigeria, but for our beloved continent, Africa. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next, we have the Ecobank Transnational Incorporated to speak to us through, that's Mr. Jeremy Awori, to speak to us through Mrs. Omoboye Odu, the head SMEs Partnerships and Collaborations.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please permit me to stand on existing protocols and proceed. I must say a big thank you to the President. You've done my presentation for me. I don't think I have anything to add at this point. But thank you very much for all the accolades and recommendations for Ecobank. Indeed, you're very correct. Our history is stemmed from the foundation you've created for us. And like I tell everybody, Ecobank is the banking solution created by Africans for Africa. A long time ago, our forefathers realized that, in Africa, we suffered from financial inclusion. You had the likes of Barclays, HSBC, Societe Generale across the continent. But the problem with Africans is that we have this special X factor that non-Africans do not understand. Some years ago, I had a non-Nigerian boss. Very brilliant mind, easily top 10 in the world, but he was not Nigerian. So despite his brilliance, he struggled to make impact in Nigeria. He's doing very well in his home country now. So what we've come to realize that Africans, Nigerians are special. It takes another African to understand what an African needs. It takes another Nigerian to understand what a Nigerian needs. So at Ecobank, our philosophy is stemmed on the success of the African continent. And we've come to realize that for Africa to succeed, SMEs have to thrive and succeed. SMEs are the bedrock of our economy in Nigeria. They're the bedrock of the continent. They're the bedrock of all global economies. And we'll share that with you and show you what we're doing in the SME space. So my name is Omoboye Odu. I'm privileged to be the head of SMEs, Partnerships and Collaborations at Ecobank Nigeria. I'm representing my MD and my GCO, Mr. Bolaji Lawal, and GCO Jeremy Awori, ETI today. Thank you. So a little bit about Ecobank Nigeria. So we're part of ETI, the largest independent regional banking group. ETI is now present in 35 countries, operating in 33 in Africa, just 21 to go. We have rep offices in 2. We're positioning ourselves to be the leading SME bank in Nigeria and in Africa, and we'll show you why. In Nigeria, we operate 3 different businesses. We operate a corporate business, a commercial business, and retail business to target everybody in that space, in each space. For the corporates, it's the large corporates, we won't mention the names. For commercial, which is where our SMEs sit, we target that. And for the retail businesses, for the people that drive the SMEs. We have 241 branches in Nigeria. We have over 35,000 agency locations covering where some of our branches are not present. By the way, we are present in all 36 states. Even the states that have security issues, we're there. We have 781 ATMs. We have more than 10 million customers. The President reminded us about the fact that Ecobank is very innovative. I must remind you that across the continent, we are the most innovative bank. We are foremost in every development. We're the first to do the USSD, first to do digital banking, first to do QR codes. So we're the first in every technology development across the country, across the continent. So, thank you. In that light, we have a number of digital platforms that we use to drive businesses. We've got our Omni Light, our retail clients. We've got our digital bank, Ecobank Pay. And my personal baby, we've got the SME app, which is curated and designed for SME businesses. It's a one digital shop for everything an SME requires to thrive. And I'll explain why down the line. So just to buttress why Ecobank is important and innovative, we've won a number of awards. The best FX bank, the best bank for SMEs, Africa's SME Bank of the Year, the best trade finance bank. Europe will say less than 300 employees. In Nigeria, we say less than 50 employees. Turnover, depends on where you are, between $5 million to $250 million. In the US, $250 million is still an SME. In Nigeria, we say the equivalent of $5 million, roughly 8 billion naira, up to that. There's different classes of micro, medium, small, but they're all SMEs. Asset size, but most importantly is the contribution to GDP. Wherever an SME is across the world, they contribute between 40 to 60% to GDP. However, there is one country where SMEs contribute more than 90% of GDP, and that's in Germany, which means that the SMEs have become so efficient and so productive that they're the bedrock of that economy. So just a slide to show you about the global impact of SMEs and why SMEs are very important everywhere in the world. So in the US, they're roughly about 44% of GDP, 47% of jobs. Canada, 40%, 90% of private workforce. In Nigeria, SMEs contribute between 45 to 50% of GDP. 80 to 90% of the workforce is made up by SMEs in Nigeria, which means that if we can drive this our population to do better, unemployment will be erased totally in Nigeria. That's just what this slide talks about. So similar story in Brazil, in China, in Australia, in Middle East, and then in Europe. Now, I wanted to tell you a story to begin with. Many years ago, I used to go to a gym at Eco Hotel in Victoria Island, and I lived very far away, so I had to get there before 6 in the morning. Now, for 3 weeks, every day, there was a luxury bus, this very large buses, that used to come with only Caucasian people, white people, and I will count, give or take 15 to 20 every day for 3 weeks. So after 3 weeks, Monday to Friday, 3 weeks, I walked up the corridor to walk up to one of them, and I said, I'm sorry, apologies for being cheeky, but I noticed that every day the bus brings a busload of you here every single day, and I've been watching, and I'm wondering why. The guy happened to be Irish, and he says to me that, I'm asking, that Africa is the last emerging market, it's the last frontier, and Nigeria presents more than 60% of the opportunities in Africa. That if I have to ask, then there's a problem. So it got me thinking that if a guy is so far away, how many thousands of miles away, realizes that the opportunities are here, why are my friends and I looking for ways to jackpot? Why are we not sitting down and putting heads together to think, why can't I find that opportunity that these white guys are coming to look for here? So it now got me aligned with what the Ecobank founding fathers were doing, because they understood the narrative Africa presents. They understood the opportunity Africa presents. I mean, if any of us have seen that movie, Black Panther, Wakanda, yes, it's fiction, but it's fiction that Wakanda presents. We understand what Black Panther brings to our continent, Africa, and we're trying to drive that using our SME space and narrative. So what are the challenges faced by SMEs? My president has spoken about the bulk of it, has given us a charge as banks. But you know, all of this all fits into some small, high-level buckets. Everybody talks about access to finance. We all want loans. We all want funding. We agree. With funding, we can scale. Access to markets, we want visibility. We want a platform where everybody sees what we're doing. At Ecobank, we want to take local entrepreneurs and take them to a global presence. High production costs. In Nigeria today, we talk about T-Pain. We talk about cost of petrol, diesel, power. The list goes on. The regulatory environment. If I'm a business owner in Lagos, I'm probably paying double taxation. It's difficult, but happily to say, Lagos State is having a conversation around that to solve that for us, for SMEs. Digital transformation. The world as we know it is changing every day. The technology keeps on developing. If we don't stay up to pace, we're going to lose out. And there's a cost to that. And sustainability focus. Mr. President spoke about that extensively, so it's something that has to be top of mind for all SMEs. So how do we solve these pain points? So what we decided, and we now understand, is that although everybody talks about finance as a pain point, finance is not the first solution. So some years ago, some of you may have benefited from this. I did say that Ecobank is the most innovative first to market. But sometimes being the first to market means you are first to face the pain points that market gives you. So we came out with a credit card a decade and a half ago. It was a clean credit card. We lent to everybody that applied, everybody that seemed like they qualified. But we learned very painfully from that experience because more than half of those credit card loans were not repaid. They all became bad loans for us. We thought we were helping the nation, helping our people, empowering people. But we realized afterwards that you can only empower people that are ready and have built the capacity and governance structures. I hate to tell you that we're still cleaning up those books 15 years after. So, strong learning point for us. Okay. So coming back, we've now realized that, but you need to get to a level before you can tap into finance. So what have we done? We understand that we need to build capacity. The bulk of our SMEs are largely informal, not very structured. So by the time you come in front of a bank or a DFI or multilateral or a credit agency, your credit is refused because you've not fit the profile they are looking for. So we've identified this and understand this, and we're working on capacity building. My mandate as the head of SMEs is to train 1 million SMEs in 1 year. It's a Hail Mary, I know. But the President spoke about partnerships and collaborations, and we believe with the right partnerships, right collaborators, we can achieve that. Market access. Everybody is looking for a way to expand, to move beyond where we're operating. Today in Nigeria, I happen to be from Abeokuta, and there's a fabric in Abeokuta that's very close to my heart, Adire. I won't argue with anybody, but we are the owners of Adire. But what makes me very proud is that if you go to a high street in England, there's a very popular departmental store that now stocks ready-to-wear Adire. And seeing that, I've been with pride that this is from my village, or not from Lagos, or from my backyard. We have gone global. So at Ecobank, we've designed a single market trade hub that allows our local entrepreneurs play in the global field. It's like a dating app. If you are operating in Nigeria, there's a guy in Gambia, Rwanda, that likes what you're selling. We connect you and you trade. It's called the Ecobank Single Market Trade Hub, and we use that to give market access to all our clients. We've also introduced a digital solution for the SMEs. It's my SME app. It's a one-stop mobile banking app that caters to everything an SME needs. It's your business registration, your collections, you're paying your bills, taxes, employee payments, everything in one stop. And then, Mr. President noticed that we favor women in Ecobank. Please, to my men folk, Emma Binu, but women are the bedrock of Nigeria. At my head office in Victoria Island, I have an event center. It's a 4,000 square meter event center. I am not an event management company. I am a bank. But I realized that my SMEs are looking for means and ways to showcase their products and services to the world. I don't charge my SMEs for using my space. I curate and create events whereby they can come and display their goods and services, and I invite the foot traffic at my own cost to help them prospect what they're doing, and everybody can see what our SMEs can achieve. In this space, we've done a few events. We've done something for the creatives called Art 234. We've done something for Adire Lagos. We've done something for non-Adire, and we're doing something in the construction value chain. I will share more down the line. I've explained that no man is an island. With our big agenda, I want to train 1 million SMEs in 1 year. I want to onboard 5 million SMEs in 3 years. It's a Hail Mary. So I need the right partnerships and collaborations to do that. So we're looking for partnerships and collaborations. We're working with private agencies, government agencies, consulting firms, LCCI in particular, to ensure we can achieve this. Capacity building. So to train my 1 million SMEs, I tried in the classroom, but at best in the classroom, I get 300, 400. If I do this every day for 1 month, I'll burn out. But I realized that technology gives me an advantage. So I've created a webinar, which I air once a month. And with my webinar, I'm able to reach a multitude of people during the live stream and ongoing recorded sessions. So it's called my SME Growth Series. We've done 9 series so far. The 10th one is being aired tomorrow. We'll share details of that. My product offerings include my digital solution, which I have designed specifically for SMEs to solve your pain point. And I understand that ultimately SMEs need credit to scale and to grow. And I have some tailored credit schemes for SMEs. But I've also learned from my last experience, so I will do it to the right SME that has been structured, that has built up the right capacity and the right governance structure for me to be able to lend to them. So for my capacity building, I've done 9 so far. I have one coming up tomorrow. Again, we like women because women show some stability in their SME success story. So Mrs. Shorimo, a personal favorite of mine, is a successful lawyer that has transited from a legal profession into agriculture. You know, Mr. President spoke about agriculture, agri-processing, agri-food security being one of our pain points, and this is one of the people solving that for us. So tomorrow we're going to hear from her about how she successfully transitioned her story and what we need to look out for if we want to go into this space. So we'll share this with you. Please, by all means, join our webinar. Hear from Mrs. Shoemimo, who is an SME success story, what we need to do to look out for to equally have our own success stories. So some of the topics we covered previously, we've talked about how to hedge your risk, how to earn FX in this very volatile FX market, financial management. We talk about, you know, boosting your cash flow by switching power sources to solar. We've talked about another successful SME story, establishing business growth structures by Mrs. Timlola Akekpetun, who's another Amazon in the SME space. So Elevate is our own design program for females. It's for women-owned business and women-run businesses. My brothers and egbons and uncles and daddies in the house may not agree, but women generally make better business decisions. We are more stable-minded, we are more committed, we are more loyal. And in our data and our research, we have found that they are better creditors. So at Ecobank, we've designed something for the women folk. It's a concessionary package for women folk. So if you have a women-run business, primarily women-driven business, please speak to us. We will give you some access to finance, provided we feel that the structures are in place. And we'll work with you. We won't just throw you under the bus. We'll work with you. We'll attach you to mentors. We'll attach you to inspirational leaders that you can work with and ensure that we give you the right opportunity to network and grow your business. We've talked about the SME app. I won't bore you with that, but it's a one-stop app. A number of us are wearing the T-shirts. If you don't have the app, please download it. And it's not just for SMEs. Even an individual can use the app. It's very seamless. Yes, I work at Ecobank. Please don't tell my bosses. I have another bank app, but this is the easiest app to use, I must confess, even compared to international standards. So please do download it. So we have a vast range of solutions of credit for SMEs, MSMEs. Again, it's not free for all. We've tried free for all, it didn't work out. So we'll do our due diligence and ensure that all the boxes are in place before we discuss credit. So we do everything from contract finance, inventory finance, asset finance, distributor finance. So please, happy to have a conversation with any of my colleagues or I in the room to talk about your needs in financing space and see how we can progress that. So we can't be an African bank, a Pan-African bank, without a trade solution. I'm operating in one of 33 countries. I have a payment gateway that allows you to move funds fluidly across the 33 countries without converting to US dollars. So of course, I have the best export solution for you. Ultimately, we're trying to drive our reliance on imports to help us drive our revenue through exports in whatever space we're operating in. So at Ecobank, we have a strong export desk that helps you process NXPs, which is for your export documents, helps you with anything you need around shipment, pre-shipment, post-shipment. We have trade advisory in place. We have export repatriation and reporting to regulators. We have discounting facilities for your export positive required. and we have flexible export proceeds, conversions, and sales. But more importantly, we have our single market trade hub, which even today you're not ready for the complex of regulatory export market. But you just want to meet somebody and look, I have some fabric I want to sell to someone in Senegal. By plugging into the single market trade hub, you can have a conversation and agree terms. So please have a conversation with us. My colleagues and I are available to give you more information around our offering here. So I've spoken a little bit about our digital channels. We have strong remittance electronic products. We have all the cards you can think of, MasterCard, Visa, Verve. We've got our Ecobank Pay, our internet banking, our remittance, rapid transfer. And we remit to everywhere in the world. We receive and we remit outside of Nigeria. So you're most welcome to have a conversation with us. At Ecobank, we pride ourselves on being customer-centric. We are praised as staff of Ecobank on being customer-centric. And our customer centricity is geared towards our external customers as well as our internal customers. So ultimately, the truth is that as a staff at Ecobank, we don't get paid unless our customers are happy. So that's what drives us. So the most important thing is that our customers are happy. We've got experienced relationship management teams that deal with your customer queries. We've got periodic service reviews from time to time. We're out in the market checking, confirming they're happy with our service. I was speaking to the deputy president who was proudly showing me his Ecobank card. And the one question I asked him, are you happy with us? And he said yes. So thank you, sir. We appreciate your patronage. We're constantly trying to improve our service. Look, the world is always changing. Today as a bank, we're competing with fintechs. We're competing with someone that just has an app. So ultimately, I have to keep on evolving and adapting to ensure that I'm providing the right service to you. So as Ecobank, being that we've always been the most innovative bank in Africa, that is one ethos we rely on. We ensure that we're constantly changing and keeping up with what's happening internationally. We pride ourselves on resolving issues as timely as possible, and we have a very well-established and structured complaints handling process. So ultimately, it's all about the customer. So some of the things we've done in our event space, just to show you our support for SMEs, is we did something for art in March. It was called +234 Art, which is the Nigerian code for art. In our space, over 9 days, we had 1,000 works from 100 unknown artists. At the risk of bragging, every non-Nigerian and Caucasian in Lagos was in our space during that period in March. And the reason I emphasize that is that as Nigerians, we may not really appreciate art. Such a successful event that we've been invited at a fully sponsored stage to take this internationally and bring these artists internationally. So that's how successful that event was in March. Fast forward to May, we did something, the National Chess Competition. 1,000 schools, 2 students per school competing in our space with their parents, their teachers. It was a 4-day event. That's the National Chess Champion then with those kids. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So one of the things we also do is we have an offering for young kids, my first account, which my colleague will speak about. And then again in June, my personal favorite, Adire, named the full gamut. So we designed something in the fashion space for non-Adire, and we call that Oja Oge. The question is why all the indigenous names? We are an indigenous bank. And Ecobank Nigeria, head office in Lagos, we want people to remember that we're a solution for Africans, we're a solution for Nigerians. So we will try to move away from the English names and do indigenous names as much as possible. So Oja Oge for my non-Yoruba friends means the fashion market. And it was a weekend event. We had 4,000 people in our space. This time around, 123 SMEs exhibiting for free. It was so well received that we've been asked to do it quarterly. Unfortunately, these things take a lot of work. And you know, we're not an event company, we're still a bank, so we have to find the resources and energy to do it. So quarterly might be difficult, but we're looking at that. Now, fast forward, we've realized that it's not just about fashion and creative. We want to do something different. So we're now looking at the construction space, and it's the full construction value chain. Our next event is called Ecobank Design and Build Expo, and we want us to all build Nigeria together. It's for every operator in the construction value chain, from civil engineering works to architects, interior decorators, kitchen fitters, sanctuary providers, floor work, etc. It starts on the 27th of November to the 1st of December. It's a highly curated event. We're going to have knowledge exchange sessions pioneered by industry experts. Our sustainable finance session is being led by the IFC. We've got well-renowned architects and engineers coming to talk to us throughout the 5-day event. So it promises to be a very entertaining and impacting event. So if you're free, please come by. Our events are free. We don't charge for events, so please stop by our office. It's at our head office on Ozumba, by the way. So a little bit about me. I've been in financial services since 2000. My background is insurance, investment banking, and commercial banking. I've worked in corporate banking, I've worked in correspondent banking, I've dealt with global corporate SMEs. So I'm what you call a well-rounded banker. So I'm the ultimate solution for SMEs because I understand your pain points from trade, from scaling to financing. I've done it all. And finally, in conclusion, Ecobank stands as the ultimate partner for SMEs. Our dream is to be the SME partner bank because, as I have said, as SMEs succeed, we also succeed as a bank. We want to offer our resources, our expertise, and the personalized support to drive growth and your success. We understand the unique challenges that SMEs face and have designed tailored solutions to meet your financial needs at every stage of your journey. Choosing Ecobank means choosing a trusted partner, dedicated to help you achieve your business goals and make a lasting impact in your industry, in our country, and in our continent. Join us and let us take your SMEs to a new height together. Thank you.
Please let's put our hands together again for Mrs. Odu, representing the GMD CEO and talking passionately about Ecobank Transnational Incorporated and what they do. Your time is fast spent, but I've spoken with the president and he has given you additional 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, we'll expect Mrs. Yetunde Yemi Adenuga, Head of Deposits and Acquisition, to please quickly make a presentation on behalf of Ecobank.
Thank you very much, son. Well done, and thank you very much. So just straight to the point, what do we have for us? Because not all SMEs have registered businesses. So in Ecobank, we have products that speak to the segments that are not registered businesses. As they can have loan, they can also have deposits. Even though they are trading, their deposits can be working for them and be earning income for them while they are still doing business. And one of such products is what we call a Super Savers campaign. You can see it right from there, that even though your savings product today gives you more income, but you still earn additional. While you are using your other products to trade, you get to have additional income on your products as a trader or as an individual. We have products that we call, we have other products that we call Millionaire Gang promo. So this gives opportunity for our businesses that are trading in their personal name to be able to stand a chance and win 2 million naira. So this campaign is ending by the end of the year, by December 31st, and it gives opportunity that if you save 50,000 naira consecutively for 3 months or for 6 months, you tend to 2 million naira. Last month, so eight customers won 500,000 naira each, while we still had 80 other customers that won 50,000 naira each in the monthly draw. But come January 15, the grand winner of 2 million naira each, and that will be 4 across the nation, will be winning from this millionaire gang. All that you need to do as a trader, as an individual, is for you to save 50,000 naira on monthly basis. And also, if you are not interested in naira products, you want to earn in dollars, we have a dollar product that gives you 6% per annum. As you are trading and you are saving up, you can earn up to 6% per annum on your dollar savings as low as $500, or 4% per annum, even if you just have $50 under your products. So regardless of what you have, regardless of the product that you are dealing with, you can earn as much as 6% even on your dollar saving. This is not limited to businesses only. It can be for your children, and it can be for business, and it can be for you as individual. Thank you. Now this product is what we call merchant products. So this product is like a product, account product that customers that are trading in their personal names tend to get. On this product, they don't pay account maintenance fee if what they are doing on monthly basis is not more than 10 million naira. So it comes with a free account maintenance fee. It is a current account. So which means if you are still using check, you can issue check on this account. And then you can also be able to get loan on the same account. So that is for this merchant account product. Then we have some back assurance products. On our back assurance products is where you pay for your motor insurance, and then we give you back some freebies. So here we say drive with ease and fuel with ease. So on this product, it means that when you pay your premium, you get 5% back. We all know that comprehensive insurance is very expensive today. So when you pay this, at least we give you a token back, which is 5% under your product. And also, you can protect your children by giving them life insurance. Life insurance as low as 50,000 on annual basis can give you up to 10 million naira life cover. We don't pray for death, we don't pray for anything, but it does happen. And when this happens, at least you know that your loved one that one is leaving behind can have access to at least 10 million naira with just a cover of 50,000 naira on monthly basis. So this and more is what we have for you in Ecobank for our consumer banking that you can enjoy with us when you sign up on our products. Whether it is an SME product, like Omoboye have told us before, or whether it is an individual product, you get to have something. You don't go without having an added value products with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ecobank. You have really shown us that you are trans-African by taking 1.5 hours of our time. But it doesn't matter. I remember you spoke. You spoke for almost 1 hour. You alone. Thank you very much. Please, I'd like to respectfully invite the President, accompanied by the Deputy President, the Vice Presidents, and the DG, to make a presentation to the management of Ecobank, led by Mrs. Omoboye Odu. Please, Mr. President, sir.
Okay, I was waiting for our very, very good Navy band, who's been a partner to our fair for many years. Navy band, thank you so much, always doing it. Thank you very much to present this plaque. We have no apology for being personal and emotional about Ecobank, because LCCI was at the beginning of the story. So wherever we go, we want to shout about Ecobank. So please tell your MD that we are so, so happy that Ecobank has become a giant. Ecobank started as an idea in the offices of LCCI and other chambers of commerce. So we are very, very proud of Ecobank. And please tell him that this is just to thank you for this year and to thank you ahead for many, many more years. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Navy Band. Just as we wrap up, I'd like to invite the chairman of the Trade Promotion Board, Prince Abimbola Olashore FCA, to move the vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. The President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Deputy President, Vice President, the Director General, members of the Trade Promotion Board, management of Lagos Chamber, our invited guests, especially the team from Ecobank in particular. Mr. President, let me make a confession. I'm quite conflicted when I'm told to make a vote of thanks and it involves Ecobank PLC. Amaboy, now I'm talking to you directly. And you know why I can speak to you directly. The audience might not know this, but I served on the board of Ecobank some 17 years ago. And our Vice President, Engineer Aminu, whispered to me, when he saw your first plaque that said 2022, the best place to work, he said, what do they mean best place? That's actually, I served on that board. It's actually a very nice place to work. The Ecobank culture, I always tell people, Ecobank people are the loveliest people you can ever meet. Huh? They are. And it's so nice to see everybody here. So you can see my conflict. I can sell Ecobank on and on and on. But mine is to give a vote of thanks for Ecobank coming here. So let me start the formal part. The Group Managing Director of ETI, the Managing Director of Ecobank PLC, ably and well represented by Mrs. Odu, Head of SME Partnerships, also other members of the management of Ecobank. On behalf of the President, Council members of the Trade Promotion Board, I wish to express our gratitude to the leadership of Ecobank for sponsoring this special day at the 2024 Lagos International Trade Fair. But let me digress a bit here. The word here is that you sponsored the special day. You heard my president eloquently told you the history of Ecobank, and I'm quite embarrassed that I'm not seeing Ecobank somewhere down there. No. Can you see, is your name down there? So the thank you has comma. So we thank you for sponsoring special day, but we do believe that the platform of LCCI goes just beyond a special day event like this, I think for Ecobank. They should be much more involved in what we do. So Mrs. Odu, let's have that conversation afterwards as to how Ecobank can play a more enhanced role. Our appreciation, therefore, goes to the management for their passion in the participation at the fair. And we certainly hope that this participation will translate into meaningful enlightenment for the populace on the banking products and services Ecobank Nigeria offers to transform the banking landscape across Africa. I must also add this. I saw towards the end that they are doing the fair you want to do November 27. Next time, we should take our collaboration to a much more strategic level. What I expect is that there will be a marquee year during our 10 days that will be titled Ecobank Trade Expo, and you can bring everybody here. Your space can take 4,000. We are expecting 1 million visitors, so it's a different scale. So I think this is something that we can both collaborate upon. That all those your expos that you are having, have it during the trade fair, and you'll have a marquee that will be dedicated towards that. So we know this is an effective platform that supports Ecobank, the special day, but I do believe that we can go a lot further than that. Your support has contributed immensely to the sustenance of this laudable project of LITF, which has really added value to the private sector and has really empowered a lot of SMEs over the past 38 years. We are indeed very optimistic about the crucial role played by the banking groups like Ecobank in financial intermediation and supporting the economy to scale up production and needed investment. In the products, we know you are passionate about SMEs. So as we continue to count on your cooperation, I'm confident that the benefits of your participation will be remarkable, tangible, and long-lasting. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's trade fair has attracted numerous local and international companies and key private sector stakeholders, and with very pronounced government participation. My appreciation therefore goes to the media, which has stood by us and has given us robust coverage of the fair every year. And to our partners and would-be sponsor in the future, Ecobank, we appreciate your support and cooperation that has sustained this legacy project, which is the Lagos International Trade Fair. I really thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Please let's put our hands together again for Prince, the chairman of the SCCI Trade Promotion Board. Thank you very much, sir. Please, if you have questions about the products and services of Ecobank Transnational Incorporated, please, you can see them at their pavilion on the trade fair ground. I'm very sure Mrs. Ibida Kwaobe will be on ground. Am I right? We also have Victoria Frank. She'll be on the ground. If you want to know more, please track Yetunde before she goes. Yetunde Yemi Adenuga, head deposit and acquisition, especially about how to win 2 million naira in January. Of course, you have Mrs. Margaret Fambe, am I right? So you can track her too. She's a very busy person, but you can track her, I'm very sure. For this period, she has no choice. But tomorrow, we'll still stay within the, at least for the earlier part of tomorrow, we'll still stay within the financial industry as we have Money Point and Let's Live Global Solutions taking the center stage. That's just for tomorrow so far. But for now, please, you can go to the platform of Ecobank Transnational Incorporated to learn more about their services. Shall we rise for the first stanza of the Nigerian national anthem? God bless Nigeria. God bless Lagos International trade fair, and God bless you all.